Well, it's interesting. I think we're going in through a stage now where we can see that regulations are going to be questioned in a fundamental way. You know, if we were to find a vaccine for the COVID-19 virus, would we still want a 9 to 12, 18-month regulatory testing period? Probably not, right? So, and we find organizations that have for a very long time said, well, we can't possibly discount internet access because it's against our policies and regulations. We are now saying, well, maybe we can. We also can't possibly have people working from home because our policy says you. So that on the one hand is happening at the moment. But on the other hand, I think another thing that's happening is that we have to look differently at the purpose of regulation. Regulation should be something that is there to protect the interest of the customer. If that is the case, or the other stakeholders in the business, then let's go to the heart of that regulation and say, what ways of experimenting and working can we find that takes that as a philosophy, that takes that as a way of looking at it. So for me, those are two sort of trends that I'm seeing, is that the regulatory environment is changing because I think the magnitude of change we're facing is so massive. But I think secondly, the way that we relate to regulatory environments is changing a lot as well. And there, I think if we can innovate more around ways of protecting the interests of the customer rather than just regulating for regulatory sake, that does create an opportunity for exploration. And in some ways, regulators need to be as explorative and in some ways as playful as the organizations that they regulate. You know, it's a bit like being a hacker. You are a very agile, very fast moving, you don't care about regulation. If you want to beat that kind of behavior, you need to have a little bit of the similar situation yourself. So the world is definitely changing quite quickly in that space. And I think that regulators are going to find that they're going to have to focus on really the bare minimum of what is needed to protect people's interests.